Hello there everyone. Today we are just going to go through the patch notes of the 1.8 patch that has been released today. Update 1.8 is rolling out across all platforms, and basically that means that we're getting a pretty big patch actually this time around. So as you can see, almost a month, but a little bit over a month, but that's fine. If they keep these monthly updates going, I'm going to be very happy. But first, we'll go through what they've actually changed. Now, some of these things, if they don't work, please post a comment, I'll have a look at it. But I've tested it a little bit today. So far, most things do look to work decently well. Race Sim, they fixed the AI using the same tire compound for the entire race after red flag in sprints. I basically guess that means that they will be switching to fresh tires in sprints. I don't think I ran into this problem, but decent fix. Fixed AI using the same tire compound for the entire race after saving on pre-race screen. So I assume that was another bug, because the previous bug where the AI would use the same compound for the entire race was if you saved mid-race. Apparently, saving in the pre-race screen could cause the same issue. So while the bug persisted, it was for a different reason, and I'm hoping that we have seen the last of it then. Improve the level of impact of rubber on track across sessions. This one's going to be increasingly interesting to watch, because this should make qualifying more interesting for sure. It's going to be more important to get a good run towards the end, so looking forward to seeing how that actually works. Reduce the chances of car-on-car collisions during practice and qualifying. A slight increase in chance of spins and running wide in qualifying. Honestly good. Running wide or spinning in qualifying is fairly rare to begin with, but I do like the fact that they've reduced the chances in practice mainly for, crashing. First car slowing down in Singapore Sector 3. Bit annoying, but nice fix. Further improvements have made to avoid drivers crashing avoiding or crashing into stationary cars on track. Jesus, I butchered that sentence. But yeah, again, a lot of these things are just quality of life that's going to make your life a little bit easier. Improvement made to traffic in qualifying, causing issues with cars and flying laps. This one is going to be really good if it works. Looking forward to seeing that. Ensured the Q3 soft tire is unlocked for all drivers, including those that didn't make Q3. Fixed an issue where the optimal pit lap dilemma would sometimes not pause the race. Fixed the issue with the flying lap count that sometimes would not followed in the session. So I assume this is in relation to qualifying, where you would sometimes say that, oh, do 2 flying laps back to back, and if you went on to the next session, they wouldn't do that. So I'm hoping that's fixed, but we'll see. Monza 88 qualifying weekend, that will only work on new saves. If you want to have it on your current save, you're probably going to have to use the save game editor. But yeah, Monza is now alternative tire allocation, which means hard for Q1, medium for Q2, soft for Q3, working on new saves only. Fixed an issue with team switching where the board confidence could show as is pointing after joining a new team. Corrected body text of new team email with switching teams. Okay, so basically just some minor bug fixes. Team management, this is the important one. Rebalance the research and design slider expertise gains. So Mike Takumi, who's probably the guy that knows the most of how research and development work in this game, had a bit of a look at this. And basically, it isn't as drastic as it used to be, particularly for design. With design, if you played cars right, you could get upwards towards a 20% boost in your expertise gained. Now, it's more like 2-3% tops. So much more balanced, but it does open up for you, focusing certain stats during the year through design. So that is good. Research sliders do also work now, but they are still kind of not straight up broken. But if the player uses them to their advantage a little bit too much, then you can definitely still have a huge advantage over the AI. And the AI will also still now use research sliders to kind of focus on what is getting hit by regulations, so they should also be more competitive. But research, you might have to temper yourself a little bit there if you want to, keep the AI competitive. But again, sliders do now work. Design sliders are fairly well balanced by looks of things. Research might need a little bit more rebalancing, but at the same time, sliders now work. Feel free to do what you want with them. And the expertise gains will, kind of follow the sliders a little bit. Fixed total cost of hiring, calculating incorrectly. Basically, it's the calculation of replacing staff for next season. Total cost of hiring. Okay. This car building attribute having inverse effect. Okay, that's an interesting one. Car building attribute. I assume this is in line with the pit crew. Basically, if that had the inverse effect, the higher it was, the slower your pit crew would be. That's weird, but good they fixed that. Fixed hide F2, F3 drivers from still appearing in F2, F3 standings. Pit crew and pit stops. Fix an exploit that allowed pit crew to remain at 100% fatigue between races with no penalty. Okay. Adjust the pit crew XP gain and degradation rates. I'm looking forward to seeing how this works because it was adjusted last patch. If this is just if there's no changes from what we saw last patch to this one, that's going to be a bit sad because that basically means that they fixed it, but they left it out of the patch notes and just put it in the patch notes for this one. Fix first day of month mechanical stat degradation, that's fine. Fix increased variation of AI pit stop times. Okay. Guess we'll be seeing some more, realistic pit stop times then maybe. Looking forward to that. Fix issue with total pit stop time did not match sum of actions in pit stop breakdown. So basically the math didn't compute, but honestly good changes. Again, looking forward to seeing what exactly this one entails, but we'll deal with that later. Animation wise, fix Charles Leclerc patchy LED hair in cinematics. Fix garage scene showing members of pit crew wearing drivers helmets. Fix clipping in Marina Bay intro cinematic. Fix clipping in garage shots. So pretty good. Presentation, F1 driver photos have been updated. Fix projected cost cap UI not updating correctly. That's going to be neat. Fix issue where scrolling scouting menus with the controller was unpredictable. Okay. At least they do pay attention to console problems too. Nice. Fix code string appearing in next season staff tooltip. I think I've seen that, but okay. Fix race winner appearing on the event view in practice and qualifying. Fix replacement driver being displayed next to renewal after changing driver position during contract renewal. Fix seasons as team principal not updating the profile page. Fix panel borders. Jesus, I'm not speaking today. Appearing incorrectly when laps to go notification appears. Updated run plan descriptions to clarify that out laps are counted in the run plan. Fixed email reading 0 days to go after renewing contract on last day of the year. Fixed issue with time stepper drives in Q2 and Q3 was sometimes not visible until hovered over after simulating session. Updated chevrons on tire state when overheating to more accurately reflect impact on wear rate. Okay, so basically now they'll be telling you a little bit more accurately how much of an impact your heating has on your tires. So this is good. I guess we'll be seeing, they haven't actually changed the tire heating itself, just how it looks for you in terms of the arrows up and down, the chevrons. Fix the crash that could occur when designing a new suspension, then highlighting brake cooling. Fix progression blocker when hiring a reserve driver at the end of the season. Fix a soft lock that could occur when repeatedly pressing R2 RT controller button during end of season fanfares. Fix a soft lock that could occur after pressing new career with existing save games present. Fix progression blocker that could occur when designing car part during tutorial. Game will now pause when Steam Overlay is open during a race. As always, thank you for your continued feedback and support. In the coming weeks, we'll have another under investigation post highlighting what we're looking at for the next update and beyond. If you wish to share any feedback with us directly, please join our Discord. So yeah, that is what we have for these patch notes. They're not bad. And as you can see there, they're actually planning to do some more updates in the future. And they are fixing problems. The fact that sliders have now been kind of, had another check with the rebalance. I'll be looking into a lot of these things, particularly qualifying errors to see if they've been fixed. But these are a lot of good fixes, honestly. The only thing is that the under investigation post was maybe a tad lacking. But it is what it is. Basically, I believe this... No. September, I didn't remember seeing it, but that could just be me being blind, so don't worry about that. Honestly, as I said, a bunch of good fixes. We'll have to see how well they work. If they work, everything here works as expected, I'll be very happy, and hopefully I'll be back into the game soon enough. But yeah, thank you for watching. These were the patch notes for the latest update 1.8. See you in the game, and hope everyone is enjoying it. See you next time. Bye bye.